What's up, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. As you guys read in the title of this video, I just wanted to go over the top 3 stocks that I'm currently trading in the first week of June in 2018. And for those of you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Stas, and I pretty much focus on swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and that's pretty much what I cover on this particular YouTube channel. I'm documenting my journey in all of these different avenues, and I'm pretty much just giving my tips along the way, my philosophies, strategies. And pretty much, if you guys are interested in that, feel free to drop a like on this video, drop a comment on the video as well, and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started with the topic of this video. So the first one I'm trading is LABU, and LABU is an ETF, it's an inverse ETF, and I've actually traded LABD a bunch on this channel, and I've made a ton of profits on it. So this one right here, guys, LABU, it's the inverse of LABD, and this one is actually the bull ETF, and these two ETFs, they trade based upon SPS IBI. This is an S&P Biotechnology Index. So these two ETFs, they're pretty much in the biotechnology industry, right? And why I saw value in LABU, which like I said is the bull ETF, is pretty much because we can see that it's on an ascending, uptrending pattern. And what that means pretty much, guys, is that it's trending above the EMA line, it's trending above the SMA indicators, both SMA indicators that we see here, both the 50-day one and the 180-day one. So we see that this one, it's bouncing above the EMA line. The EMA line is acting as a resistance level, and that is a valid, valid indicator that this ETF is actively uptrending. If we look a little bit closer here, guys, to the 20-day chart, what do we see here? We see it topped off at $103, and we saw a huge pullback to about $94. And why I saw this more as a buying opportunity, guys, is pretty much because it was able to hold above the 50-day SMA line, and that's where it was able to bounce up at. And why I saw value in LABU, guys, is pretty much because from this $103 price point, let's go a little bit up higher. $103, actually, let's do it this way. From about $94 to where it dropped at, right, up to about 103, that's a 10% drop. That's around a 10% drop from where LABU topped off at $103. And like we talked about on this channel a bunch, when we see a huge drop in a stock or an ETF, that is a good buying opportunity if the stock or the ETF is uptrending. And this one, like I said before, guys, is trending above the EMA line, is trending above the 50-day SMA line. And what it actually did here, guys, as it actually, dropped all the way to $94, if we look closer to the 20-day, the 180-day chart, we can see here, guys, it actually bounced on that same EMA line. It bounced. We see this green candlestick here, right? And if we look over to the 20-day chart again, we can see clearly it bounced on that 50-day SMA line, and this indicator acted as a resistance in this particular situation. And as I saw that, guys, as it bounced, that gave me the confirmation that this one was continuously uptrending and it was going to continue to bounce up from that particular spot. So we saw that bounce up there, and I personally am actively invested in LABU right now. I got in at about $95 after it confirmed that bounce on the SMA indicator. And if we look a little bit closer here to the 1-day, 1-minute chart to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So we opened up at $103 actually, then we saw that huge drop to 94, and to get a better look at it, yeah, that was about a 9.3% drop. So we saw that, right? That opened up the profit potential. Like I said before, we waited for the bounce on the 50-day SMA indicator, and that's exactly what it did. And I ended up getting in at about $95, $95.50, I believe, is my average position. And I am still holding this one because it does have potential still from the $100 price point where it's at now to run up to about 103 and even more, right? If this particular index continues this uptrend pattern. So that's why we're looking at LABU as the #1 stock to start off June. So the second ETF that I'm trading this week is DRIP, and DRIP is another inverse ETF, and this inverse is Gush. And these two pretty much I've been trading a bunch on this channel, hopping in and out of both of them. And right now I see huge potential in DRIP pretty much because it seems like it found its low point, right? This is obviously a downtrending ETF over time. It's the bear ETF. We see that pretty much it's getting rejected every time by this 180-day SMA line. But what we do see here, guys, on this 180-day chart is that we do see some solid consolidation right around about like $6, $6.50 for pretty much this past trading week. I would say maybe 7 trading days. If we look back here to the 20-day chart, we see here it found its low point at 550. Now we see some strong consolidation here at about $6. $6.30 to about $6.50. So what we see here, guys, pretty much with DRIP, and for those of you guys that don't know, DRIP and Gush, they both trade based upon XOP and SPS IOP. Pretty much, this is the index that they trade upon, and this is also another ETF that pretty much just follows that same exact index, and you can pretty much just look at both of those, XOP and SPS IOP, in order to trade DRIP and Gush. But we're looking at XOP in this particular situation, and when XOP is going down in price, that means DRIP is going up in price. So what we see in XOP, we see it topped off here at $44. You know, it found another bottom here at about 40. It shot up again, right, and then it pretty much created a lower low, which could mean that XOP found its peak already, and now it's starting to, you know, descend in pattern, right? We see the top at 44 here, then we see it topped off again here at about $43, and now it fell below the EMA line, it fell below the 50-day SMA line, right? And now it's at about $41.17. So this could be a reversal in XOP, which would be very good for DRIP in the short term, right? We see here, like I said before, DRIP has been consolidating at about $6.50, right? And we saw a huge shoot up to about $7.15 today, and there was a 7% gain on DRIP today. So what I'm going to be looking at for DRIP in particular, I don't have money in it currently. I don't have any money invested in this. If we go to the 10-day chart really quickly, I'm going to be waiting for a little pullback on DRIP, because I do think XOP will be able to open up a little bit higher tomorrow, and that means, you know, DRIP will get closer to the 50-day SMA indicator as well as the 100 SMA indicator, which would be a better buy point in my personal opinion. Maybe at like $6, you know, $6.75 is where I would consider DRIP. But if we don't see that pullback, right, and it's actively trending up tomorrow as well, even after this 7% day, I might consider taking a position in DRIP. But what I'm looking at pretty much is to get into my price range of about $6.75 before I actually do put money into it. And if we do, you know, let's say it does pull back to about 680. It does have potential to run up to the previous resistance level of about $7.70, and that's a 12%, you know, potential for profit with this particular ETF, and that's why it's the second ETF that I'm looking to trade in the first week of June in 2018. So the final stock that we're looking at to trade for this upcoming month, and this is more of a long-term hold in my personal opinion, probably like a 1 to 2 month swing trade, is Wells Fargo, ticker symbol WFC. This is a huge bank, right? And fun fact, this is one of Warren Buffett's biggest positions, right? Wells Fargo, he's been holding this one for years on top of years, right? And that's not why I'm looking to invest in it, but I'm seeing a huge amount of potential in Wells Fargo, pretty much because we saw this huge drop from $66 down to a low at about $50, right? That's a huge drop. That's over 20%, right? Yeah, that's about 25% drop. I think this is mostly due to that scandal where a bunch of, you know, people's information got out to the public. You know, in terms of banking information, you know, very high security information got out to the public, right? So I'm guessing that's why Wells Fargo stock dropped 25%, right? And now that the bank is focused more on security, right, and trying to, you know, build back that customer relationship with their customers, I do see some potential in Wells Fargo, you know, for a 1 to 2 month swing trade. And if we're looking at it here technically, guys, we see here it bottomed off at about $50, right? And what do we see here? We see that it's on an ascending uptrending pattern. What that means, guys, is it's creating higher highs and it's creating higher lows from this particular price point. We see here as I drew from the trend line here, $50 it bottomed off, right? And what do we see here? It bounced at about $51. Then we saw here again, it bounced at about $53. And then this $50 or $53 price point here acted as a support level. It dipped a little bit below here, but still maintained that uptrending pattern above this trend line, right? And now it's shooting above the EMA line again, and it's looking to bounce above that 50-day SMA line. So it's pretty much just creating higher highs and higher lows, and it's on an ascending uptrend pattern. And obviously, guys, Wells Fargo is one of the biggest banks in the United States. It has a very, very large market cap. So companies like this, guys, when you see big dips like this, you got to always consider maybe taking a smaller position in it if you do see potential. And I personally do see potential in Wells Fargo as a 1 to 2 month swing trade. Again, this is a longer term hold, probably 1 to 2 months. And you can hold this long term, maybe even longer than 1 to 2 months, but that is not my personal plan with Wells Fargo. And again, guys, make your own plans, stick to them, and that's how you'll be successful in the stock market. So pretty much those are the 3 stocks / ETFs that I'm looking to trade for this upcoming week in June of 2018. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, there's a link down below in the description. I post everything on there from my profits, updates to my channel, personal life, and just random things I'm doing throughout the day. So if you guys want to learn more about me, feel free to follow me down below in the description. And again, guys, make sure to do your own research and due diligence when it comes down to investing in the stock market. Do not invest in these stocks or ETFs solely based off of my opinion or anybody else's, because this is not how you'll be successful in the stock market in the long term. So again, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, found some value in it. Hopefully everybody out there is crushing their goals, killing their dreams. Let's make some money today, guys. Peace.